What in the hell is going on over there at Dell's Alienware division? I can tell you, bad business practices, an overall deshuffled manner when it comes to their logistics department, and a lack of QC or quality control. Now the last one, a lack of QC or quality control, I can't even benefit from having my PC fall apart because I can't even get my PC to me. So about a year ago, well, more specifically 11 months ago, I did buy an R11. That PC was delayed getting to me by about 3 weeks, not during the building process, not during the shipping out of the Alienware warehouse, but during the actual transit to me because there was that huge cold front going on where the roads were all iced over at Texas. At Texas, it's not a restaurant. In Texas, the state of. And I by no means was frustrated about that. During that time frame, I actually made a video where I wished condolences for the families that passed away. There were people dying in their homes because they had no water, pipes were frozen over, they had no electricity in their houses. And I said, hey, me waiting for a PC is so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. That was a natural disaster. That had nothing to do with Dell or Alienware. So I fully accepted that delay because what happened is my PC was already halfway through transit and the truck simply couldn't leave the warehouse that it was stuck at, the little middle point or whatever, his checkpoint. I got that. Not a big deal. Now my R13 has been delayed, which by the way is a $4,700 order. Now, yes, you could be like, well, that's very expensive. But then again, hey, if you're building a PC, go look at the price of components right now. Go look at a 3090. Go look at 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. He meant DDR5. My boy's a little bit worked up in the video. DDR5, not 4. Go look at a water-cooled i9. Go look at a 1,000-watt power supply. Go look at a decent motherboard, a decent case with adequate cooling, or 120 millimeter fans. Go look at dual NVMe SSDs. That is a relatively comparable price when you're buying a pre-built, whether you're looking at CyberPower, iBuyPower, NZXT, or you're trying to, God forbid, in early 2022, build yourself a PC like we used to be able to just 3-4 years ago with no issues. This has now been delayed, and it has nothing to do with a natural disaster. It has to do with a savage, unorganized, deshuffled manner over there at Dell Alienware, and I'm going to be watching this situation like a hawk to see how they handle it. I am going to be sending this video in an email to the representative that I was assigned to my case. I actually have a case number for this complaint because I have expressed my dissatisfaction with the situation. I have a handful of major issues with how the situation is being handled thus far. First of all, I would have not known that my PC was delayed if I was not a proactive individual that decided to reach out to their logistics department with a little drop down that says, where is my order? It says my PC isn't even being configured yet when it is scheduled to be assembled yesterday, the 30th, shipped out today, the 31st, and arrive on my doorstep between February 1st and 2nd. And obviously I'm thinking, well, if it says it's not even being built, it's not going to be here tomorrow. I got no email notification. I got no type of correspondence from Dell whatsoever. I had to reach out to them and inquire as to the status of my PC. If there is going to be a delay off of the assembly floor, off of the building process, your customer should know about that, especially when they're waiting on a $4,700 flagship PC. So the fact that I'm waiting on this PC for legit productivity work, as well as my personal enjoyment or satisfaction, business and pleasure, sweetheart. And I would not have known that this PC was delayed unless I did what I did, which was to reach out to them. I reached out to them about 2 weeks ago to see if they could expedite the shipping process. And they said, yes, we'll get you expedited shipping. You know, it's very professional, very kind to the representative, which by the way, their call center is based in India and it is manned 24 hours a day. Only the one that actually makes sales and gets you to buy a PC. Once you've actually bought one, customer support is literally Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, some janky time zone, like Nintendo time zone. But it's funny that it's manned 24 hours a day when you are trying to buy a new PC. For example, when I bought mine, I negotiated the price and engaged a military discount and whatnot at 2 in the morning. But when I need assistance with the $4,700 that I already have placed, they're nowhere to be found. Anyway, so I finally get through to him. The gentleman has no idea what's going on. I understand there's different levels in the corporate structure. He's just a low level, you know, telemarketer or customer service representative with a little headset on, you know, little name tag or whatever, Zahir. I think that was actually his name, was Zahir. So after inquiring about the status of my PC, Kevin, I regret to inform you there's a shortage of NVIDIA 3090s, which is being worked upon. Good grammar. I like it. As of now, we do not have an estimated date. Fantastic. So my PC's delayed inevitably. An average man will be flipping over chairs and breaking bottles by then. But, you know, I'm like, okay, not a big deal. I'm working on this whole inner peace thing. I've been meditating by a koi pond and reducing the amount of red meat clogging my colon and raising my blood pressure over stupid shit like this. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Then he hits me with, I could check an alternate option by contacting our order modification team to help you with a product in which they can ship in 2 to 4 business days. My response, of course, is absolutely not. You mean a different computer with different components that's in stock instead of the products that I ordered? This is completely unacceptable. I am a returning Dell customer who has ordered 2 very high-end, in parentheses, and expensive PCs within 1 year of each other, and these delays have happened both times. Kevin, I regret to inform you that there is a delay in your order as we are experiencing a manufacturing delay in the order due to the material shortage, and we do not have information on the revised shipping or delivery dates. Fantastic. So basically what he's telling me is that they do not have enough 3090s in stock. Okay, great. So if that's the issue, there's a big disconnect here between the ordering process and the actual building process, and then the shipping process or the logistics. That's the back end there. That's how you get the products to the customer. There's a big deficit there in information or communication over there at Dell Alienware. Because if you're going to let somebody order a PC with specific components, such as a 3090, you should damn fucking well know how many of them you have in stock. And then once you've hit a certain threshold and you know that those components are no longer available in the warehouse and you have to wait for your third-party vendor, whether it's NVIDIA, well, they don't get these cards directly from NVIDIA, but waiting for your next shipment of 3090s, you know to not sell any more of those with an estimated shipping day of arriving on my doorstep February 1st, knowing gosh dang darn well, I'm working on my swearing, that it will not be here then. Now, if it sounds like I'm mad, I'm really not. I just do not want other potential Alienware customers, desktop and laptop buyers to suffer through this, because guess what? I've been through it twice. Like I said, the last one was due to a natural disaster. This one is completely Alienware's fault and utterly unacceptable. And if it sounds like I'm a little bit harsh in my tone right now, just wait until the actual estimated delivery date that they gave me now. So first of all, that's frustrating that I had to reach out to them instead of them letting me know that there is a delay. That should never be the way that works. Ever. And I snapped back with the only way to make this right would be to ship the unit I ordered as soon as possible, or if the delay is going to be substantial, as you say there is no ETA or estimated time of arrival, then a substantial discount or refund should be offered. And then my boy comes back with, the best we can do as of now is to get this escalated to the manufacturing team. Yeah, Cadillac escalate that shit. And make sure this order is given a high priority. Interesting, because I could have sworn that my order already had high priority 2 weeks ago when the last representative told me that I had high priority attached to my order, because I called and requested it, and also negotiated for expedited shipping during the actual checkout process. I'm going to poke so many holes in Alienware sales funnel that Dell is going to look like Swiss cheese by the time this video is done. And guess what? It's not slander. It's not me slamming their company. It is just me as a general consumer helping out other potential customers of Dell Alienware PCs to make sure they don't fall into the same pitfalls by either expecting these delays or, I don't know, maybe walk down the street and check out another pre-built company. So then I get my order flagged with high priority, which again, it should have already had. It lets me know I'm going to receive an email with updated shipping and tracking information of when I'm actually now going to receive this PC. And then he offers to give me a credit of $120. This is just a in-store credit to buy something at Dell, which I don't need anything at Dell. Am I going to buy an Alienware keyboard and mouse or headset? Probably not. Just give me my PC. But anyway, they offered me this $120 here. But guess what? The way that they're going about it, this isn't just given to me automatically. This is only if I keep my order, which is terrible business practice, because that means that this is not some kind of a goodwill gesture, as they call it here. It's a bribe to keep my $4,700 order. Not even a good bribe, because it's not cash. It's a gift card to the Dell store, which I have no use for anything other than the PC that I ordered. But I'll go with it. I say I appreciate your high priority and the gesture of the store credit. I'm a little frustrated because I'm waiting on this computer for business, such as video editing. So then I received an email about 2 hours ago saying that my new expected arrival date is going to be March 18th. So this PC was ordered January 17th with an original estimated delivery of February 1st. Now it's expected to be delivered a month and a half after that at March 18th. Interesting. Now, luckily, I'm in no dire need of this PC as of current. I do still have my case swapped R11, which has been substantially modified. It has a 3080 in it, a water-cooled i7, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Obviously not as high-end as the PC I just ordered. That's the reason I just bought a new one. It's an upgrade. I'm ready to step up to the next level. Thing is, just to close out or summarize the big pickle that we're sucking on here as Alienware customers. One, no communication from them. The communication that you're going to get is when you are purchasing a new product. They will be there hand and foot at your beck and call to make sure that you lock in that purchase. But then once you've purchased, it is like pulling teeth to get a hold of anybody for any information as to the status of your order, and they will not even update you when your order has been delayed. You have to reach out to them, and then they'll be like, oh, by the way, a month and a half delay. Why was the delay caused? Oh, well, because we didn't calculate how many 3090s we actually had on the shelf versus how many orders, the supply and the demand. plan, how many customers ordered PCs with 3090s, and how many we had in the warehouse, on the shelves, in the building area, ready to be assembled. Does that not seem like a disconnect? Does it not seem like an issue with the building process? You don't have to be an entrepreneurial wizard and run 3 small businesses on the side for you to be like, that doesn't make sense. You know, my bachelor's in business administration tells me that that's not the way to run a company. Any Joe Schmo or Jane Vane can be like, yeah, Dell is shady as shit. And another unfortunate thing is that one of the main reasons I went with a Dell Alienware R13, or even the 14, but I got a 13, Vice, an NZXT, or a CyberPower, or an iBuyPower, or shoot, collecting the components and building myself a PC, because I've done that on this channel in the past, was for content. There was probably 12 or 15 videos that I had planned to shoot with the R13, swapping the case fans. How does it perform versus my case-swapped customized R11? Testing the sound and thermals of the new case design. A tour of the updated ACC or Alienware Command Center, just like all this content that's just waiting there. Luckily, I have my closet packed to the gills right now with controllers to be reviewed, and I have a bunch of collaborations with other YouTubers and live streamers just in the pipe ready to go. We're ready to chat in Discord, basically. See all those sticky notes and notepads and stuff on that whiteboard over there? Those are all video ideas, so it's not like I'm at any deficit of content or anything. I have a shitload of stuff to do here. Not to mention I'm still a Facebook gaming partner and have to upload a certain amount of exclusive videos, gameplay footage over there anyway, so I'm a busy boy no matter what. But the thing is, I am waiting on this PC to make videos that I simply cannot. And in the meantime, I don't know if you know how quickly the internet moves, but there are other content creators, other YouTubers that are doing the exact same videos. Granted, mine are going to be slightly different. Not going to say better, but they're going to be different because it's me. I'm going to put my own unique twist or flair on the old niblets of that video. So now the ball has been passed over to Dell's court, and I would like to see how they are going to handle this issue. I'm going to be sending this video in an email to the representative that has been assigned to my case, because $120 store credit or gift card to the Dell online store, only if I keep my $4,700 order, is not a constellation prize. It's a bribe. Just to cover my buns or tookets from a legality standpoint, I'm not actually accusing Dell of any nefarious activities such as trying to slide me a bribe to keep my mouth shut or to stay with my $4,700 order. But the fact that that credit only hits my account if I do keep my substantial order, palm trees, umbrellas, it's a little bit shady. And the thing is, I kind of already expected a delay because literally every single member of my community here at Gamer Heaven jumped in the comment section below and was like, oh, I love my R13 or my R12, but I got delayed like 6 weeks. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if it's happened to damn near every member of my community, it's probably going to happen to me as well. And sure enough, so this is not just me. This is not just you. If you've been delayed, this is almost everyone that orders a PC, desktop or laptop from Dell Alienware. Now, they do have certain models that are already assembled and ready to go. For example, you can hop on Amazon and buy yourself an Alienware laptop. It'll be to your doorstep in 2 days. But if you buy a PC that requires building, especially one of the flagship models with components like a 3090 and like the i9, especially the new 12th generation i9, those components, they run out of them. And for some reason, they don't keep a good record or good track of the inventory, of the quantity, of how many they have versus how many have been ordered. That seems like such a simple logistic issue there. Supply and demand. Well, we sold 12 of these units, but we only have 10. So 2 customers are going to get the wild goose this week. I've actually had another pre-built company reach out to me offering to give me a free PC for review, and then I keep it, basically. Haven't been told to say anything about it. I'm not getting paid for the review. Basically, it's an honest comprehensive review, but I get a free pre-built PC out of it. I might just take that route, but I really wanted the R13 because, again, the content there, at this point, it's really not even worth it. Just getting into bed with Dell is just gross. It's just gross.